come up on YouTube in a little minute. Oh, it's exciting. Right, okay, there's going to be a delay. Let me turn this volume down. Right, that's that. Hello, everyone. Okay, so I'm just going to wait to see who's coming in, because I'm going to see if we can maybe get a moderator before we do a nice
problemo.
Because what happens, I'm watching YouTube just now, Kerry, and there's this big delay. So okay. Once I've got a moderator, I'm going to come out of here and I'm going to go into Zoom. Okay. So good morning. Is anybody going to come in? Come on. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in and speak to. Wow. I'm just going to go into Zoom just now.
I'm too little.
And I think
cushions. I need cushions to.
You don't need cushions. You're the perfect size. Okay. If anybody is watching, can you let me know that you can see us and hear us? Because it looks like my streaming has stopped. So if anybody's there, yay! Hello, Sarah. Lovely to see you. It looks like my streaming stand, Kerry. What are you doing?
What?
It's because I was seeing you in delay just now.
Okay.
So this is a little bit bizarre. This is the first time I've gone live with somebody, guys. Okay, so you're just gonna have to
be patient. Be patient. Always divine.
You know I'm great with technology. We want to do this live rather than just recorded so that we can interact with everybody. Okay. Hello, Lisa James. I see you there. Okay. Does anybody want to be a moderator just now? I can pop you in as moderator just in case, because I'm not going to be looking at the chat for a little while I speak to Kerry, and then what we'll do is we'll come in and we'll have a talk with you all. So is there anybody there who would like to be a little bit of a moderator? Just let me know, and then as soon as I get a moderator in the house, I can get started. Yeah.
Right, hold on. I'm trying it. Right, there we go.
Wait, what is it you're doing? I've seen you in delay, so I can't react to what you're doing. Lisa James, I'm going to give you the spanner. And who else we got? Sarah, you're also getting the spanner. Okay. So you guys can act as moderators if you choose to. Don't feel you have to. Okay. So let me go back into Zoom and then I can see us in real time. Beautiful, Kerry. Okay, yay! 10 minutes later. Good morning, everyone, from a sunny but quite cloudy Scotland. Yesterday, we had 4 seasons in one day. So I don't know about you, Kerry, but I was doing a session and I was like, what's that noise? And I looked outside and it was hailstones.
Hailstones?
Yeah. And then I got up this morning and there was like, there was hailstones on my table outside. I thought it was sand. I'm like, why is there like Himalayan salt or something on my table? And then I realized it was like hailstones that had that were still frozen. So it's just been a little bit weird weather here. Anyway, good morning, everyone. It's so beautiful to have you here. If you're watching on replay, it's awesome to have you here too. Now, this morning I'd planned to do something different, but I like to go with the flow. And when I saw beautiful Kerry's beautiful goddess face there and this wonderful star being behind her, I then realized that we're not doing what we were going to talk about today. We're going to do something completely different. So for you guys that are watching, me and Kerry did the first awakening stories about Kerry's journey up to that point.
Yes.
Now, that wasn't even that long ago, Kerry.
No, that wasn't. That was like, what, 3 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago.
So the reason I think this is really important to share with people, Kerry, is because sometimes, like, I do sessions with people and they're like, oh, I've been 20 years on this path and I'm just not getting anywhere, right? Or so I think it's really good to show people that, you know, when there's this commitment made and you fearlessly step into the unknown and start surrender to the flow, listen to your internal voice, what can happen from there in a very quick space of time.
Quick space of time. And there's no thinking behind it. It's like automatic. It's like you go, like I said to you this morning, it's like, I didn't do this, but I did do it. It was like, I was guided to do it. And everything came through me. And it's been an incredible journey, like since the beginning of the week up until Thursday. Like, whoa! Like, you know, R2D2 when he makes that, wow! Like that type of noises every day this week.
I love it.
Like, what the hell's going on in that house? And I'm like, oh my God. It's not, it's crazy.
I love it.
Crazy, yeah.
Okay, so let's reverse a little bit for people, okay? Now, I'm going to go back to Christmas time, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going back to Christmas time for a very specific reason, right? So, in December? Yeah. So in December, I went and met Kerry.
Yes.
Where she lives. I'd gone for a little dip in the water there too with eels, which was, anyway, that's a story for another day. And Kerry presented me with a Christmas gift, and it was massive. And all I was told was, you're gonna cry. You're gonna cry when you open that. You're gonna cry when you open that. And I was like so excited. So on Christmas morning, I waited. I opened it last, right? Because I knew that it was something awesome. I also knew I was probably going to get a little bit of emotional. So I thought, save the best for last, right?
Awesome.
So when I opened this gift, oh, I can't even tell you the emotion that came through me. So what Kerry done was she had painted, and it was 3, wasn't it, Kerry? So it was 3 canvases. And on this canvas were these 3 like black pyramids. Yeah. And then there is me with the beautiful silver foxy hair and this cloak and the sun and the moon and this big beautiful dragon. Now, what Kerry didn't really appreciate at the time was that what Kerry had created was my higher self in 7D, and the green and gold dragon was from Sirius, which is a dragon I know and work with. So I was just absolutely blown away. So this beautiful girl has this outstanding talent. So Kerry, do you want to talk a little bit about how that came about?
How it came about, yeah. So the painting side of things, I'd been for a long time wanting to paint for a long time, but I kept ignoring it. I kept ignoring that feeling, that gut feeling. And I hadn't painted since school. So I was always quite artistic at school. I hadn't painted at all since school. And then just one day, I like put it out to the universe. I was like, if you want me to paint, help me to paint. Because I was starting to listen to my gut. So I was like, put it out there because, well, you know what, like I don't have the means to buy the things that I needed to paint, because paint is quite expensive. Paintbrushes, canvases, like it's quite fast. So I put it out there. And then all these gifts started coming to me of like paintbrushes and acrylics and canvases. And I'm like, oh my God. Like I started to really trust from there on in. If you know, I started to really trust because I could see what was coming towards me. So then I picked up a paintbrush and I painted this little Arcturian painting. Absolutely, like, I don't know what happened. I just felt like I was being guided. I've seen it in my third eye and I thought, do it. And I started painting away. And then I thought, I'm going to have to do something really special for Joanne, because Joanne, you've pulled me through this journey for this past year. You know what I mean? I thought, what can I give Joanne?
Dragged you.
Yeah.
Holy goodness. No,
it's been a lovely pull though. It's been the best pull and kick up the arse I've ever heard. Like, seriously. I can take many kick up the arses from yourself. Like, I love it. Right? So anyway, I asked, like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do for Joanne? And this image came to me. So I was like, right, that's what I'm going to do. And I just went with it and I played with it. And I was doing all these, like, this things with the paintbrush. I don't know what was coming over me, but I was like, just go with it. But I didn't even know what I was doing. To me, it was just like I was painting a picture. There you go. Merry Christmas. But I knew you'd appreciate it. And I didn't know what was behind it all. Yeah. It wasn't until you'd received it and you're like, well, my God, like, there's things in this. And I was like, is there? Like,
I was like, do you know what you did there? Do you know?
I didn't have a clue. I didn't have an absolute clue what I did. None whatsoever. So from there, like, it's slowly building up, gradually building up this idea, this birthing of a creation. And it's because I've been listening to my gut. I've been following it. And I've not allowed any limitations. I've let the limitations go. And that's really important. You've got to let your limitations go if you want to go further. Because I think the more we do in life, because we're afraid, we put blocks on that because we let our fear control us. And that's quite apparent in the world at the moment.
And programming, right?
Yeah, programming.
Yeah.
Fear, oh no, I can't do this. Like, why would I paint? But it's not just like, it's not creation. It's letting your inner child out. And that's so important for soul growth. It's so important. So my inner child came out and it was fantastic and I loved it. And it was like, right, what am I going to do next? What am I going to do next? So I was like, right. And this guy behind me, I had a session with the lovely Rion. And he was like, you need to put some magic in your paintings. Because I was talking to him about them. So you need to put some magic in your paintings. And as soon as he told me that, I was like, oh, I just felt this. This is what I'm meant to be doing. This is what I'm meant to be doing. And this image of, it's not on things at the moment. I haven't done one yet, but it's coming. It's coming, and I know it's coming. So this guy behind me is just basically like, you can do this. This is confidence. This guy, I call him my good luck charm, because ever since I've painted him, things have been happening since I've painted him, energetically as well.
So I think what happens, certainly from my point of creation, right? So if you think about the word creation and you think about the word creator, okay? Yeah. So what I realized I was doing when I was making these creations of these dragons is, when you fall into the vibration of creation, and that's quite good, isn't it?
A good one.
You see what I did there, Kerry?
Yes, I did. I've seen what you did.
So when you fall into the vibration of creation, you're falling more into line with who you truly are, because that vibration is creation.
Yeah.
Right. So when you're creating, I don't know about you, but I go into this zone, I go into this space where time doesn't exist. you know, nothing, the world doesn't really, I mean, I'm sure it's there, but when I'm in this creation mode, for example, last weekend, there was something that was being put together for the solstice that's coming up. And the whole day, I had no idea what I was making. I had no idea what I was creating. I just followed my inner voice, okay, what my higher self was kind of like, do this, do this, do this. And I just was all day. It was nice because it was the sunshine was out. And I was outside in the garden, and this was just putting itself together. Time didn't exist. Before I knew it, it was like 6 o'clock at night. And I'm like, whoa, what has happened? And then I looked down and I'm like, and what have I created?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's
when you fall into that flow and you're in alignment with your higher self, and you're in alignment then with who you truly are, with, you know, where you come from, creation, you know, you are creating, and it is the most beautiful, joyful place to be in, right?
Oh, yeah, it's like a feeling you can't even, there's no words to put on that feeling. It's like a constant joy. And I sat for hours yesterday, and the day went like that. I didn't even know that I'd sat for that long. It just flew by, and I was like, oh my god, I'm doing it. It's you can't, like, I'm stuck for words at just now. There's no words for it. There's no words. When you start becoming creative and you start listening to what your soul's trying to tell you, it's better than anything else on the planet. It really is. It's better than chocolate. It's better than, you know, the
ooh la la.
Yeah. Well, sorry, but it is. It's amazing. You don't need any bloody wand when you start creating.
And what does it do for your vibration, do you think?
It raises your vibration. It raises you, and like you go on up so many levels when you start creating, because you're connecting in with your higher self, and you're just being pulled. It's like not pulled, it's like gracefully pulled. There you go, gracefully pulled. You're being gracefully pulled.
Elevated,
that's it. But yeah, that's what you're doing. It's just you float. And Philip Joe, I love Philip Joe.
There's the man himself.
Yes, he is.
So, because I know people will be going, oh, but, you know, I'm not creative. There'll be people saying, yeah, but I'm not creative. I can't draw, can't write, can't sing. Like, for myself, because I can't talk for anybody else, my dragons came about because I wanted to get to Sedona, to a conference that was happening before, you know, in April, everything was kicking off for the world. And my higher self said, create these dragons. The profit from these dragons will get you to where you want to go.
Yeah.
So that's how that kind of started coming about for me. But never in a million years would I have thought that I would now be, you know, connecting people to their own etheric dragons, because this is multidimensional, Kerry, right? So in the third, you know, dimensional vibration, you've created this beautiful creation of a painting, okay? But there are energetics behind that. So like my dragons, you know, my dragonite come with like a dragon in the ether, because I'm connecting into a dragon that wants to work with that person. What's happening with these beautiful creations is an energetic. So when you said that, you know, he's just behind you, he's like just holding you. I love it. It's so awesome. So he stepped forward for you because you've went, you know, I'm ready. And he's come forward and he's went, yes, you are. And I'm just going to stand here and I'm just going to help flow that energy into you, right?
Yeah.
So there's energetics and light codes within what you're creating, which then work on the multidimensionality.
Yes, they do. Yes. Oh, yes, they do. Yes, they do.
So when you're adding crystals, and there's also sacred geometry and stuff in there as well,
Yeah,
I know,
yeah.
it's layers, isn't it?
It's all layers. Like the painting behind me just now, I don't know if you can see it. Right here, it's Metatron's cube. So you probably can't see it because it's painted over. And inside Metatron's cube, there's resin. So in the resin, there's crushed crystals of sodalite, quartz, and orange calcite. That was the crystals that I was guided to use, which I crushed by myself with my own hands. Trust me, I was terrified to breathe this stuff in. So I've got this like apparatus, and I thought, I'm gonna go to the supermarket with this one day and breathe down and like I'm Darth Vader. But anyway, never mind. So I started like there's orange calcite and everything in there, and then the black paint, there's shungite, so it acts as an EMF blocker as well, which is
beautiful,
amazing.
wow.
And the energy that comes out of it in the living room, like I took an EMF reader up to everything was like good.
Awesome.
Like, oh my god, that's so cool.
How cool.
Yeah, it's cool. And then in the white, you'll probably see the white really glows. And that's because there's selenite powder in it. So your lovely self, I didn't even know you could get selenite. I was going to crush selenite. Yeah. But no, there's selenite powder in it. And then on top, there's gold and copper flakes. They look like gold, but it's copper. So in effect, it acts like orgonite because there's resin, there's crystals, there's shungite, there's copper, there's silver. Like, it's amazing. It's an amazing if I do say so myself.
It absolutely is.
Yeah, it's that love that you feel from it and the energy that you feel.
I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it from here.
Mm-hmm. And he came to me actually when I was ill, and he came forward and he said, I'm here to heal you. I was like, okay, because I was really quite poorly. He was like, I'm here to heal you. And he said, I'm going to heal your meridians and I'm going to help unblock blockages in your flow. Right? I can guarantee he's done it. So, yes. And then 2 days later, I heard him, you need to paint it. You need to paint what you've seen. So this is what I saw when he came to me. This is what I saw. And he said that I need to paint it because it'll help everyone else. So that's why he's behind me today, because everyone else that's watching this just now will hopefully feel some sort of clearance, unblockage, energy, will feel something. He'll do something for you. I know he will, because he's done for me and he's helping my girls and my partners. Like, they're all here and he's helping them all. And it's fantastic. And he's called Philip Joe, by the way. So this is Philip Joe the Arcturian.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Yes, he's amazing. He's absolutely amazing.
But how do I explain this? With my 3D eyes, mm-hmm. I see him in that painting, but I feel him there in the multidimensionality.
Yeah.
So, the multidimensionality of that is he is actually there. I've lost you a little bit, Kerry. I'll wait till you come back. There you are. So in the multidimensionality, he's there, standing, so if I may, what I would suggest for the people that are watching this just now is be open to receive, if it resonates with you, any healing from him, because we need to open up to that channel, right? So if you feel you've blockages that you want to have cleared, just breathe, maybe pop your hands up and just be open to receive.
Well, he actually, when I painted him and when I'd finished painting him, I heard him say there's a mantra that goes with this painting. Mm-hmm. So it's, I am one with source and source is one with me. And you say that 4 times and you hold your hands out.
Okay.
So I am one with
source
and source
is one with me.
I am one with source and source is one with me.
I am one with source and source is one with me. I am one with source And source is
is
one
with
with
me.
me. Whoa, that's powerful. Ooh. I can actually feel a pressure on my hands, like somebody's touching them.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's very cool.
It is. I love
And the
it.
thing is, you can't make this stuff up. It's not until you start flowing and you
Mhm.
take away, like you said, the I can't, I won't, when you get into the flow, these things just happen. Like it's about being online with your stream, right? It's about
Mhm.
really truly being in connection to that and trusting that what's coming down is there. That
Mhm.
it's so beautiful, Kerry.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And like, I'm lost for words. Hold on, I'm trying to put myself back together because come back down. Right, okay. Because it's just sorry.
So good.
Oh me. He's just, I don't know. And thing is, if you overthink things, like we all let that analytical mind come in and talk us out of doing things. I didn't have a clue what I was doing. Like with Joanne's painting at Christmas time, I didn't have a clue what I was creating. To me, in the 3D world, like you said, it was just a painting. But energetically, it was actually something. So somebody out there could be doing just doodling, just drawing. Like, do you know how you sit on the phone and you can lose interest in the conversation and you go off in a little meditative state and you'll doodle? To you, it looks like a little doodling of a drawing, but actually you've maybe created something energetically that you're completely unaware of. And it doesn't have to be art, it doesn't have to, it could be words.
Yeah.
Words, like words are so powerful, and if you're really good at putting words together or creating words, you could be creating something really energetic and you're not aware of it, and though your words could have light codes or activations that you're completely unaware of. So anything is possible, anything is absolutely possible. And like you said, you created the dragons to get you to Sedona. I started creating paintings to get out of the 3D matrix. That's what I created them for, is to get out of the 3D matrix. And I started believing in myself.
Yes.
That control. And from there, I started believing in myself. And I believe I will get out this 3D matrix.
It's already done.
Oh, yes, it's done. But that, if you start believing and you start going with your gut and you start going, I can do this.
Just follow it. Just follow your heart, right? Follow your heart.
Terrified. Give it a finger up and just go forward.
Just do it. Take a breath.
Deep breath in and just keep walking forward. And from Philip Joe, I was like, right, I need to get these paintings out in the world. How am I going to do it? And you
How are you going to do it, Kerry?
I don't know. How am I going to do it? I don't know. Right? And I was like, well, I can't, like, how am I going to get these paintings all over the world? And you said to yourself, well, the energetics, yes, not everybody's going to have that painting in their room, but they can have a print of that painting and it'll still have the same energetics.
Holds the same energetics. Absolutely. Yeah. Same vibration. Yeah.
Same vibration. So everybody will still get that healing and the mantra that comes with them. And, you know, that power will still go through them. Even though it's not the original painting, you'll still get that power. And I was like, oh, really? And I was like, okay, let's go with it. Let's go with it. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do this?
And just to explain that, because people will go, well, how does that work? It's because it's connected to the source.
Yeah.
We are connected to the source, right?
Yeah. And I done this, you know, the Bovis chart. You know the Bovis chart? Yeah.
Yeah. JC's been talking about the Bovis chart. Yeah.
Right. So I printed one off and I was curious because I've got a pyramid in the garden. I was like, I'm curious what energy is this pyramid at? And I was like, whoa, it was taken off when I was doing the energy in the garden. I was checking other energies and blah, blah. Once I finished them, I was like, right, come on then. What's your energy? What's your energy? I kid you not. I held the dowser above him and it was almost like something happened in the matrix. it's like the dowser started lifting itself. I can't explain. It started lifting and curling.
Wow.
And it was like, I don't know, rippling. It was so weird.
Wow.
Then it stopped. And then it went straight up to the 100 kb, like connected to source, divine. So I was like, you're divine. I know you're divine. And when you put your hands up to him, you can feel the heat. You can genuinely feel heat beaming off him. It's fantastic. So Monday.
And this is how quick it can happen for people. I want people to understand that it can be a very quick process, because so many people feel stuck right now. What do I do? Where do I go? How do I get from this 3D control matrix to a 5D vibration, right? And this is why this conversation is so important to be had today, Kerry, because it can be that quick. So Monday.
I was like, right, okay, let's get this going. Let's get this prince up. And I generally created a website. I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. None whatsoever. Just chuck yourself in, you'll work yourself through it, you'll figure this out. Okay. And I tried 2 years ago to make a website and I gave up because I was like, I can't do this. Oh, bugger it, I can't do it. I didn't force myself. I was just like, no, I'm not doing it. I can't do it. And I let the fear take over. But Monday, no, it was like a duck to water. It just came through me. And I was like, what on earth? And it was like bing, bang, bong, bish, bash, bosh. Like everything was coming together. And I was like, what? And then all these downloads started coming through of images. So I started creating art on my computer. Now, I'm not really like trained to do stuff like that, but I was just started playing about with things. I was like, I love that. That would look good on that. That would be pure nifty. I was like, let's do it. So I started like building all these little collections, and I was like, where's this coming from? And I was like, what about my painting? So I've got little sections for my paintings, and
okay, so on that note, I'm going to try and share screen because you've there you are, you're back. So yeah, so we just spoke very briefly before we came on to go live here, and Kerry just showed me a website. I was like, we need to talk about this. This is what we need to talk. She's done all this in 3 days, Kerry. 3 days.
Yeah, 3 days. 3 days.
Right, let me try, please work. Right, I'm gonna try. I hope this is gonna work. Share screen. Oh, where's it going?
Still working on it, mind you, but there's stuff ready to go. So yeah, let's do it.
Oh no, this is weird technology. Right, hold on a little minute.
There we go.
Kerry, just talk about the name and how the name came about.
Galartic. Okay. Yeah. Well, because I'm quite galactic, like I am really galactic. Like I'll run about with a lightsaber any day. Give me a spacesuit and
what do you mean by that? What do you mean by galactic?
Galactic, that I'm from the stars. I'm a star seed.
Okay. Yes.
Star seed, and that's where I belong. That's where I'm from. That's where my energy, my light being, my soul's from, and I'm connected to that. And this longing for home has been in me since the day I was born, if you know what I mean. That and I've always loved looking at the stars and dancing under the stars and this connection. So galactic to me, that's what galactic means to myself. And it's not that one being, you're connected to all confederations in the universe, the cosmos. So yeah, and Philip John Arcturian, he's definitely so fun. I'm
so fun. Okay, I think I've done it. Right, so I'm just gonna now show you. It's better work. Yeah. So this is the website that Kerry has made in 3 days. Now, I got a quick look at this, right? And I am I'm blown away. So And I'll let you talk about, can you see this, Kerry?
I can see it. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So I'll let you talk through your website. It's yours.
Okay, right. So we've got different sections. So as you can see, we've got the Ra collection, the Buddha. Those are all collections that I have basically drawn to paint. So obviously the painting behind me, it took me about a month to do by the time I'd done sacred geometry, crystallized it, shungated it. So obviously paintings are going to take time, but everything that you're seeing here, the Ra, the Buddha, the angelics, I've had downloads for paintings to do that. However, the collections are basically, there's energetic clothing in there that I've designed. So everything that you see here on the thumbnails, I've created that via the computer. So I've put that together. And there's energy in that. I feel there's energy in it. Yeah, and we've got elemental dragons, which there's some products in there that are dedicated to Joanne, because I was creating them whilst she was on live yesterday, and that was what was downloaded through me. It was absolutely mental. It was just like I'd done that within a few hours, that all this stuff was created. And behind the dragons, blue flames. So there's all the different colors of the flames, because I just felt like that would help clear energy. Yeah, I have dragons run. And that's why that's dedicated to Joanne, because it's Joanne. When I was creating it, all I heard was Joanne saying, "I have dragons." So there you go. That's where that came from. It's mental.
I was so touched. When I quickly looked at this before we came on here. There's a dragon's throw. There are posters. There's a I have dragons. Check this stuff out. It's so awesome. There's leggings.
Yeah, there's leggings. Now, I've been looking for leggings, like really colorful, powerful leggings. And I was like, create them yourself. Like, absolutely create them yourself. So everything was just put together so quickly. It was done in a flash. I don't even know how I'd done it. It was just like, boop. I was like, okay, we're doing this. There we go. That's it. So I'm offering, like, I haven't got any paintings for sale as yet, but I am offering like custom paintings. But, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah.
So how is this going to work then?
This is where I was chucking myself really into the deep end and getting out of my comfort zone, because I've been doing working with energy for a long time, but I wasn't even aware that I was working with. Okay. And you're empathic, you can pick up, you can feel. And I've noticed really recently, and like at the beginning of the year when I'm around people and in their energy, I can see visions, and it's visions that I need to paint for them.
Beautiful.
So it's like I can pick up on there are some blockages within them, and I'm trusting it, if you know what I mean. I'm trusting it because there's no right or wrong. That's what I feel that's happening with them. So basically it would be an assessment that would have a wee chat, what they would like to create, what they would like to do in their life, what they feel their blockages are. Then I would just sense, pick up, see what was downloaded through me, and create a painting that's specifically designed for their energy that will help with what Philip Joe's done for me, which would help unblock their blockages. Or if they wanted to do like lucid dreaming, he's given me some amazing dreams because he normally sits in my room. Lucid dreaming, or if they want to go astral traveling, the Arcturian that I first did for my dad, it helps him astral travel.
Wow.
So he meditates in front of it, and he basically says it's like he gets sucked into the painting and he goes off into meditation. So that's like, these paintings are amazing.
Isn't
And
it?
what I was born to do, this. So there's no fear. And when I was creating this, I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Like, I'm having a meltdown going, I don't know if I can do this. That 3D, that night side, I don't know. I really don't know if I can do this. Can you do this? Can you do? Yes, you can do this. And I was like, yes, I can do this. I will do this. So yeah, that's it. That's it up. That's it. Chucking myself in the deep end.
Fabulous. So, with regards to this, so this exchange here is just for the session, though, right?
Yeah,
so
this is the session. Yeah.
And then, what happens after that?
The session. So basically, I'm given a 2 week. There would be a deposit, obviously, okay, for the painting. So they can either decide whether they want a painting, whether it's for them, if it's not for them, okay. And if they do decide that they want a painting, we will work on during the session what painting they would like. If it's a small painting, a big painting,
Okay.
a large painting, like behind me, okay. And then I'll get a download during the session. Then after the session, it would be a 10% deposit energy exchange.
Yeah.
So the canvas and everything can be bought for that.
Yeah.
And then just take it from there. Shipping would be discussed. It's all, if you know, it's all new.
Yeah. I know. I was just trying to figure out how that works, because I was like, there's no way you can just,
do a painting.
That amount and the painting. So obviously that is separate depending on, the crystals that maybe go in it, the size of it, if it's maybe just a print to go on the website. So that would all be discussed within the assessment then.
Yes.
Woohoo! Oh, I can't wait. I'm going to book in for that, Kerry. I'm excited.
Oh, no!
Yeah. You got your first client. Here I am. And I'm sure I won't be the only one today. Now, I'm still not looking on YouTube yet. We will go on and have a little chat and answer any questions that are there and say hello, everybody.
So there's retro Philip.
But I don't know if Gladys is about, but
yeah,
there's a whole section on Wiz.
Yeah.
And Gladys, how cool is that? Oh,
yeah,
I love our little family.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is Kerry's website up here. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy it, and then when we go into the chat,
okay.
I'll pop it in there so that people know where to go and have a look. So it's so awesome. And do you know what? I'm so blessed to be in a position where I can help support people through their journey, and just from my kind of selfish, egotistical place. I don't even think it is. I don't even think it comes from there, but
no.
I'm like a proud mum right now. I'm like, oh, look what Kerry did in this short space of time. Like, sweetheart, honestly, I can't tell you how proud I am of you. What this proves to me is when you put in I know you've worked so hard this year, like so hard. You have fought battles. You have really, really, I'm getting goosebumps. And I'm going to get a little bit emotional because you have just worked so hard on yourself to be the best version of yourself that you can. You've fought through everything with the only thing, and I'm sorry, but I'm talking for you here, but I think the only thing that you've ever had as a destination point is love and loving yourself and being on track with no expectations and no anything other than that. How can I serve myself to get myself to a place in my heart where I can then serve the collective? And to see the growth in you, my beautiful, beautiful sister, in such a short space of time, and to witness that, and to now be, who'd have thought, Kerry, we're on YouTube,
I know,
having a conversation about this, crying each other, like, we've gone from, me and Kerry only really connected like a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And then from there, this, you meet people that are your soul family, you're just connected on this different level. And just to witness you growing and, now producing this, which is, it's really hard for me to find words, darling, because I'm just a little bit like, I'm a little bit lost for words, and I never get lost for words. So it is just the most beautiful, inspiring, darling. What an inspiration you are, and that's why it was important to do this today.
Yeah.
Because I want everybody to understand that they are us, you know.
Yeah.
And
yeah, absolutely. We're no different.
absolutely, there's nothing more special about me or more special about you than there is anybody else that's watching this right now. And, you know, if I can be sitting in this place where, you know, I'm living in this, you know, most of the time, fifth dimensional reality work, which isn't work because you're living in your joy, you're now transitioning into that. This is where we're all going, you know. Yeah. And when people watching this see this in the physical, it then gives them drive as to, well, if they can do it, I can do it.
Exactly. Like anybody can do this, because 5 years ago I was in a deep, dark place. I was emotionally abused. I was in a very narcissistic relationship. Have been for a very long time. And it's only this past year I've broke free from it, because I believed in myself. And I know there's people out there that are in that same situation.
I don't wear makeup. Why have you got makeup on?
That feel lost and feel that there's no hope and that they can't be free of anything. You can be free. You can be free. And I'm proof that you can be free. I was becoming really ill, lost all confidence in myself, didn't believe in who I was anymore, was more of a yes man.
Don't go that far, you were never a man.
No. Past incarnations I was now. But, you know, I like just did not believe in anything about myself, and being at points of where I didn't want to be here anymore. I felt that my presence on earth would be better without that presence. And
how many of us have been there, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. And it's that you stop and you realize that you're so loved, not by everyone around you, but by you. You're loved by you. And when you start tapping into that love for you, your power comes back. And it's about power. And that declaration of sovereignty you done the other night with Mark and JC, that's it. That's basically it. You break free and you become who you are meant to be, not what people tell you to be.
Hallelujah.
We just step out, create magic, because it's all within us. Magic is all within us, well and truly. So come on, I can do it. I'm proof.
And listen, you know, for anybody watching this, like, I was told create a YouTube channel like 2 years ago, right? Now, as much as I used to do, you know, amateur dramatics and stuff in school, and I loved all that, this isn't something that I'm comfortable with.
Yeah.
Right. And it's not something, I'm going to speak for Kerry again, it's not something that who really wants to go on camera and live to where anybody in the world can access this and put your heart and put your soul on the line, because that's what we're doing. And the reason we're doing it is because we want other people to know that it's okay. You know, we're not in this place. That's why I get, you know, I was in a little bit of a mood this morning, I'll be honest, because I've had a little bit of moans here and there about little things I'm trying to do. And I think I just want people to understand that this isn't easy. Okay, it's not easy to come in here and go, you know, I've been battered down, you know, I've tried to take my own life, like in front of the whole world, you know, because that is what this can reach. Okay, but we do it because we want to give other people the hope that if we can do it, so can you. Yeah. And that's what this is all about. We are a team. And once we've dragged once one person's dragged themselves onto the boat, we're on the boat, Kerry. We're on the boat again. We're on the boat. We're on the boat. You know, and we were on this little 5D boat. Now me and Kerry on this little 5D boat, and we're just rowing, and we're going, come on, get into the boat, right? get into the boat. And this is what's happening here. Okay, so please, guys, anybody that's watching, I love you. Okay, but please understand that this isn't easy for us to do, to come on to the world. Okay, so before, you know, you might think about making a negative comment or sending, you know, an email that isn't of, you know, I appreciate people want to help, that's great, you know, but just think a little bit about before you have a little moan about something, because we're doing this for everyone. Yeah. So will I go? Will I start looking at YouTube and see if there's any questions? Will we have a look?
Yeah, we'll have a look.
There may be nobody there. No, right, hold on. Let me see.
Figure that. We're off.
Let me see if I can do this. Right, hold on. Of course I can do this. Right, I'm gonna get rid of that. Oh no, YouTube's gone, but that's okay. That's okay, Kerry.
You can do
It'll be here.
Shaking my little pom-poms.
I'm just gonna like go onto my channel and just it'll just be there. Yes, we're still live. Okay, that's awesome. Right. Oh, I'm gonna have to mute it again. Oh no.
I'm thinking my nose. I've got snots running down my nose.
Okay. Guys, hold on. I can hear myself. I don't know how to mute it from here. Hold on. Oh no, it's all gone pear-shaped. No. Hold on, I'm gonna have to work this out. Give me a second. I can do it. I can do this. I can do this. I
feel like I'm a naughty kid, like making funny faces.
There, right, I've done it. Good. Okay.
I can't sit at peace.
What is?
One thing, can't sit at peace. Sorry, guys, can't do it.
Right, so I'm gonna have to because this is delayed, it's gonna be a little bit, right? So I'm gonna have a little read through some of the comments here. Okay, so gonna say hello to JD and Tanya. I'm gonna put this link to Kerry's website in here. I'm gonna put that in the comments now. Right, I've done that, Kerry. Yeah, look at me go.
Yeah, I'm still working on it, guys. There's still things to be added to it, so just bear with me, be patient, because I've only started working on it since Monday. But everybody's free to have a look and do what they would like. There you go.
I think it's looking absolutely phenomenal, Kerry. Okay, so Becky's in the house. Hello, Becky. Hello, Jennifer. Hello, Vanessa. Tanya. So when the painting was up, Kerry, people have said I already felt like somebody. I already had my hands up. I already felt the energy. Wow. They felt the heat. You're getting loads of beautiful compliments about how wonderful it is.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
There we go. Oh, and JD's saying, very grateful to have found you, Gladys and Kerry. I can relate to your energy. That's beautiful. Has anybody got any questions for Kerry about her work? No. Does Kerry have a YouTube channel?
Well, I've created a YouTube under Galartic, but I haven't done anything on it yet. I do have another one, but I've not done anything on that for a while because I wasn't too sure what I was doing with it. But I'm going to go with Galartic just now.
Okay, so after this, Kerry, when you find this live, can you put a link?
Yeah, I'll put
in the comment section so people can find it.
Yeah. And I will be doing YouTube videos for it. What I'm going to talk about and discuss on YouTube, I have no idea, but let's just do it anyway. I'm just going to be divinely guided and going with the flow.
Beautiful. That's what it's all about. Yeah. Okay, so Vanessa says, Joanne, how did you know you were supposed to bring light language through for humanity? I had light language come through months ago and then someone guided me to you, but I don't know why yet. How do you know you were supposed to bring? I didn't. Is the simple answer to that. I didn't. What happened with the light language was one day I just started singing it, and I just went with it, really. And then I realized that I could just I could just start talking it without, there's no kind of, how sometimes when you talk like in English or whatever your language is, there isn't like you don't think the words before you say them. So just just becomes very, very natural. So I didn't know that that's what I was going to do. And I think, like Kerry said about being on this path, it's about going with the flow and just trusting what comes through. But can I just say, I'm still not 1,000,000% comfortable with it. And it can be quite difficult for me sometimes to, you're putting yourself out there and you're talking this, strange language. And anyway, I'm getting better at it. I'm getting better at it. And I know the reason I know that it helps people is because of the feedback that I get from that, where people are like, whoa, I felt this and this shifted. And, I just trust, like, Kerry does with her beautiful paintings. Lydia, my friend sends me photos from around his house and I've started to see all spirit beings in them. Indians and 2 wolves. Lion beings, African man with 2 lions. Very good. Hi, Jean. It's lovely to see you. Nice to see. Oh, so what Jean's saying, Kerry, is I woke with what sounded like my tuning fork being tapped on a crystal, and now she's here. So it was like she was pulled on to see us. So that's really nice. It's lovely to see you, Jean. Okay, so Tanya's asking, how much will your paintings cost, please?
It depends. Well, there we go. Right.
Yeah.
So it really depends on the size, obviously, and the energy and the time that it takes. Like this guy took about 4 weeks by the time I'd done all the sacred geometry, because I have to go over every line with the resin, then I have to go over every line with the crystal. So if it's going to be a small one, it could be anything from 111, and it can go right up until the biggest canvas ever. It could be into your thousands. So it really depends. This guy behind me.
Well, you can't put a price on him, can you? And he's not for sale anyway.
You can't. Like, he's not for sale. Like, Philip Jones staying with me.
Yeah.
He is. But I can paint like another Arcturian that does the same thing for other people out there that would match their energy, if you know what I mean. So yeah, but he's basically there for the website, for your print. So everybody will get a piece of Philip Jones.
Everybody gets a piece of Philip Jones.
Yeah,
so I think again with like my dragons, Kerry, that I like to, so that everybody can afford to have one, so that's why there's different like add-ons for it. I'm just taking from what you're saying that you have that conversation with the person about what their budget is, and you kind of work out from there.
So I try and work it out. That's what's, because I want to help as much people as I can. There is another part that goes with the paintings, which is kind of in the background just now, that people could just buy that instead of the painting, or they can buy that to go with the painting. So there's lots of things happening in the background. So
I think with when you're on this path, and with anything, it was like my dragons developed, and they developed from just being a dragon that presented, then I'd recreate it to then putting the light codes in, and so when you're working with creativity and you're working with that creation energy, it's beautiful how it does expand and change and develop. So I love that. Okay, question from Lisa Janes. How do we know we are getting downloads? Do we have to see them? I feel energy all the time, but I don't see. I'll let you answer that, Kerry.
Okay, download. So to me, a download is, because it's different for everybody, but how do you know if you're getting downloads? It's your gut. It's knowing, if you know what I mean. It's that knowing. And when you're really in tune with yourself, you just know That's what that's meant to do. And the download, it can either be a vision or a thought, or you're just automatically go and do something and you're completely unaware that you're doing it. That's a download, okay? And it affects people in different ways. But for me, a download is I just see visions in my third eye in my head, or I'll hear like words, but it's not my words. It is my voice, but it's not my words. I just feel it coming in. I just feel it coming in and I just go for it. So for instance, yesterday, when I was creating all the products for the site, it was like the download, so I could see what I was going to create before I actually created. Then I went and found the tools to create it. Does that make sense? Yeah. That's
I think for me,
Mm-hmm.
downloads will work differently for everybody. Again, it's like we have this expectation. I've been speaking about this for days. We have this expectation of what a download should be.
Yeah.
And the truth is that the download isn't going to be the same for me as it is for you, as it is for, Lisa, right? How downloads work for me is they are ideas and inspirations.
Yes.
Okay. So when I get an idea or an inspiration in my head, I know that is a download because, and I believe that comes from our stream, it comes from my higher self. It's not external because, like you said, it's your voice, right? So, if you're hearing your own voice and it's your voice and your idea, then you know that it's nothing external driving that, you know that it belongs to you. So it's about trusting and being aware of the thought process, and I talk about this also all the time. When you're aware of your thought process, you're aware of a negative thought, you're aware of a positive thought, you're aware of an idea, you're aware of an inspiration. And it's about separating, I suppose, these thoughts into different categories then, if you're aware of a thought coming in and it's like, oh, this is a negative thought, run, I've got dragons. Right?
Yeah.
And if you've got a thought coming in that's going like, "Ooh, you could do this. This is an idea," and then you take that down and you're like, "Whoa, that's a download." That's what downloads are for me and how they work. And then I think what happens is when I grab that. So when I woke up on Sunday morning and I sat and tuned into my higher self, and my higher self went, right, today's the day we're going to create this, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I just kind of flowed with, what was kind of putting itself together. So that was a download. It's about just following that intuition that you've got. So I hope that answers your question, Lisa. So JD Lee is asking, what program did they used to do this on? I feel like there was a program that did. Oh, somebody is asking. Was it Blue Peter? Oh, I always want to be on Blue Peter. Maybe not so much now, knowing what I know. But anyway.
I did as well, but no, not so much now.
What a Blue Peter badge. No, you can keep it. Okay, so anyway, Jerry Lee is saying, would you be able to paint my higher self? Is that what you're offering, Kerry?
Okay, higher self. I believe Philip Joe is a version of my higher self. So yeah, I can. Yep, I can do it.
Yes, you can. Lydia's getting waves of heat.
Good work, Philip.
That is, somebody's saying that is an emoji. Lydia, small town in Cape Town is surrounded by crystal mountains, and one of them is called Dragon Mountains, and she sees lots of dragon beings in the sky.
Wow.
Yeah. Tracy, hello, Tracy Kane. I love you, Tracy Kane. I saw an image in my head the other day of me with a Merkaba drawn on my forehead over my third eye, with an eye inside it. I love when I see stuff. It's exciting. Absolutely, Tracy. Why don't you try and create that? That's what I would say. Isn't it, Kerry?
Yeah, absolutely. Go with what you see. If you can draw and you can just do it. Even if you don't think you can draw, just do it anyway, because you'll create something energetically. And it doesn't have to be a masterpiece. It's your art. To me, art is your creation. It's not what somebody tells you to draw. It's not your expectation of what art is. It's you on paper. That's art. That's art. For me,
That
anyway.
is art.
Yes.
Yes, I love that.
I'm excited today.
Good to be excited.
Yeah.
Tanya says she never has any expectations, and that way you leave yourself open to receive what you need. And yeah, I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. Okay, so we've gone on for over an hour, Kerry, and I think we can maybe just start wrapping this up so we're not commanding too much of people's time. Let me go back on to, thank you for the moderators, by the way. Thank you, that is much appreciated. Let me come back onto Zoom. There you are. Okay, so Kerry, thank you so much for hold on, this is distracting. How do I get rid of this? Oh, now I've got like 2 Zooms. Didn't even know that was possible. Anyway, Kerry, thank you so much. I'm so glad we did this morning. And again, it's important just to flow, because what we would plan to do, you know, wasn't meant to be, was it?
Yeah, no.
No. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm so proud to call you a friend and a sister. Thank you for putting yourself out there. Thank you for sharing this space with me. And we just send everybody so much love. Oh, do you know what it was? I haven't got rid of YouTube. Hold on. There we go. In 10 years' time, I'm going to get the hang of this.
And I'll move over. So one last blast from Philip Joe. There you go. One last blast.
I love it. If you're watching this on replay, pop in the comments, like, you know, if you're feeling anything from this painting and what you're getting from it. It's always nice to hear. Always nice to hear.
Yeah, fascinating. For me, it's fascinating because it's like, wow.
Yeah, feedback is always good, right?
Oh, it's brilliant. Even criticism as well.
Constructive.
Yes, constructive. Yes. It's always with love. So thank
constructive criticism. Absolutely. I love you, beautiful, sweet girl. Thank you for sharing this space with me. And I'm calling you a girl, but like I feel like a girl. So
I do.
I know I'm 42, but I'm like, you know, still like 5.
Talking about.
And I think it's just because when we have conversations together, it's like it's just inner child stuff into it. Like there's no, the adult stuff doesn't really exist. If you've got any questions for Kerry, you can pop them in the comments. But what to do is put a big Kerry in big letters, and then Kerry can read through the comments and answer any questions that you've got that you might have about. Do you have an email address that people can contact you on, Kerry?
Galartic by kerrymarie@gmail.com.
What Kerry's going to do is, after we finish this, at some point, she's also going to pop her email in the comments. So if you've got any questions for her, you can email her.
Yay!
Thank you so much for your service. Thank you for just taking that jump, Kerry. Thank you for sharing the space. And thank you for giving inspiration to other people, because we are in this time where we need it. We need each other. We're all a team. And I love how we all have these beautiful gifts and abilities that can help people. You know, I believe each of us, every single person has these activating codes that are like keys to people. And it could be a word, it could be a dragonite, it could be a picture, it could be whatever. But by sharing that, you pop that, you know, you give somebody that key to allow them to open that door to activate something within themselves. And it is just the most beautiful thing ever. So thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you. Because you gave me my keys, so I appreciate it so very much.
Well, thank you for taking the keys. Some people don't want them.
Well, I accepted my keys and popped them in every key. I'm still doing it. It's learning every day. It's learning every day, and it's trusting you every day. Trust. Just trust.
It's a beautiful thing. Kerry, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to hang up on you because I don't know how else to do that. And then I'll phone you back after I've ended this. everyone. Thank you for joining us. Kerry will put her website is in the comments, and she's going to pop her email and stuff in if you've got any questions for her. Please, I love you, but please don't email me with questions. I can't answer them. Email Kerry. Okay.
Yeah, bugger again.
I love you all. Have a beautiful, blessed day, blessed weekend. I'm just gonna, because I don't think I'll be on live. 1st of May is Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday.
Beltane, big energetic day. Okay, so if I feel called and I something comes in, then I'll come on and maybe do an activation for everybody. But just be aware of the energies that are coming in, because it feels like a really, really big day, Beltane, which is the Saturday, which is the 1st of May. Okay, everybody, we love you. Thanks for joining us.